Today we're going to talk about Facebook Messenger and how it can be an amazing resource to get new clients for your small business. So thank you for tuning in, and of course if you don't know me, my name is Cole. I do videos that hopefully help small businesses understand social media and benefit from it without having to break the bank with crazy ads or have to worry about traditional marketing as much. Social media can be an amazing way to grow your business, and I like to talk about exactly how to do that in these videos. So if you're watching this for the first time on Facebook, like the page if you haven't yet, or subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to see more content like this. But without further ado, let's jump into Facebook Messenger and how you can use this as an amazing resource to grow your business and get new clients. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen right now. And so, okay, so here you go. You see Facebook and how exactly it looks as soon as you log on, right? So you got your main feed right in the middle here and all this kind of stuff going on that you're very accustomed to seeing. So I want to talk about how to use Facebook Messenger to grow an amazing clientele base without having to really do that much work. It's basically a version of cold calling that is far easier and far more successful. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So let's say you are a small business and you are trying to use Facebook to get more clients. Let's say you're, I always use real estate agents as an example because I've specifically done this before, but let's use real estate agents as another example. So let's say you have a business and you're trying to target real estate agents using social media, right? And you need to get more clients, and those are real estate agents and brokerages and things like that. So if you log on to Facebook, the first thing you can do, go over here and just type in real estate agent. So as you do this, now Facebook is going to filter the real estate agents that it thinks makes the most sense and the ones that it thinks that you would be the most interested in, right? And this is great because it's going to be based on location, it's going to be based on a couple other factors in terms of like if your friends and family follow real estate agents, then they're going to show those ones first and all that kind of stuff. So that's first of all great because it's going to show you the agents who you have more of a connection with. And this applies to any business, right? So I'm just using real estate agents as an example, that being, your target audience, the kind of people you're trying to target. But let's say, and this works especially well with any kind of business to business function. If you are searching up, let's say, plumbers, or you're searching up electricians or moving companies, whatever it may be, you can use this strategy to really grow your clientele base. So I typed in real estate agent up in the top left-hand corner here in the search bar, and so it showed me all these results, right? So as I scroll down, it's going to show me articles, it's going to show me some posts by real estate agents and all this kind of stuff. The cool thing here is that you don't really need to be too worried about who to start with first. It will help if you start with somebody who, let's say, is close to like your inner circle of friends and stuff like that, just because if you're ever appealing to a client, if you have common friends or you have common goals or similarities, it always makes getting a client easier that way. So let's say this person right here, Chris Newman, associated real estate broker, we'll use him as an example, right? So I click on his Facebook page and it immediately takes me to his page right here, and there's a bunch of different options that things I can do. I can like his page, which it looks like I already have. I've probably used this strategy in the past, and he was one of the people who came up. But as I go through, you can see all of his posts and all that kind of stuff, just like a standard Facebook profile page or business page. So what I want to do is I want to go to message. And I'm going to go over here, and this is where I'm going to basically pitch myself to this real estate potential client, right? And again, this will work with any different business you have, any kind of target you're trying to target. It even works for B2C companies. So if you're a business trying to target regular consumers, this can work as well, but it works primarily well with a business targeting other businesses. And so that's why I use this real estate agent example here, because real estate agents are their own businesses. And I'll show you exactly how it works now. So I see Chris Newman, right? And I say, hey Chris, I'm a social media marketer looking to help real estate agents grow forgive the typos, their pages and close their deals. Let me know if let's say you could use digital marketing help. Okay, so I'm not going to send this, but I'm just going to use this as an example and fix, obviously, my typo. Okay. So, hey Chris, I'm a social media marketer looking to help real estate agents grow their pages and close their deals. Let me know if you could use digital marketing help. So I'm using this as a quick example here. I probably wouldn't normally send this because it's not very organic. It doesn't sound like a person talking to another person. It really just sounds like an ad. And as you know, if you watch my videos in the past before, I always try to create content that is, whether you're making ads on social media or whether you're just doing organic posts or messaging somebody on Facebook Messenger or DMing somebody on another platform, I always try to be as organic as possible and as human as possible, right? There are a billion ads out there, and it's really, really, really tough to be an ad without being personable, be a successful ad, or basically close any kind of deal, do any kind of marketing function when you are just appearing as just, a run-of-the-mill advertising. Click here to do whatever, or learn more, all that kind of stuff. So when you're personable, when you are a human and you're just another person talking to another person, not only does the psychology work in your favor, but algorithms tend to work in your favor too, because at the end of the day, social media is about connecting with other people, not selling things. So that's my spiel. But back into Messenger here, as you can see, I can just send this to this guy right now. And I actually think I am going to do this because I want to, I think what I want to do is show you exactly what it looks like. So actually I'm going to send this to this person right here, even though it's not the best example of an ad. So I click out, and the great thing about this is, I think the issue actually what I ran into is the fact that this page I already follow. So actually I might need to use an example of somebody who has not, I have not already followed, right? Let's see here. Okay, but it does need to be a business page. So bear with me here. Okay, this should be a business page. Okay, cool. So this is a business page that I have not followed yet, right? That's why I have this little follow button. So bear with me. Let's just say that the example I sent, the video or the text I sent advertising my my services to that real estate agent. Let's say that was this page, just to make it a little easier. I'm not going to spam everybody today. But okay, so I send them that message, right? I also follow their page. And then as soon as I follow a page, and this is what I messed up with in the last part, if I follow a page that I haven't already followed, as soon as I do that, Facebook shows me all of these similar pages that it thinks I'm interested in now because I just liked a real estate agent page or a brokerage page, right? This is what's really powerful. Basically, it's essentially as if you cold call somebody. You send them a message, you like their page, and then as soon as you do that, a magical algorithm just shows you all of the like-minded people and businesses that are similar to the one that you just reached out to. So naturally, what you want to do now is reach out to these other ones, right? So let's say I go to this person's page. I already like their page, so I'm going to use another example. You can see I've used this strategy before, and the reason why I'm talking about it is because it works so well. But I want to, let's see if this will work real quick, just because I've already done this. You won't have these issues because it'll be the first time you're doing this. But so I followed the page, all of these suggested for you come up, and I want to go to, let's say, this person right here, right? Click on their page. Okay, and it seems like I'm following them as well. But you understand the point. Of course, I've already done this, so it's a little bit trickier for me. But if I go through and I make sure to do this specifically with business pages, the other trick here is that a lot of people use profiles for their business front, and they shouldn't do that. If you follow this channel, you know that it's better to have a business page because of all the insights and things like that that you get access to. But let's go through here. Let me just find an example of another person who's a page. I mean, this should be a page, right? This isn't perfect because this isn't a real estate company, but let's just say, Interesting. Okay. Here we go. Okay, thank you. So that's what the issue is. Let me go back to my other example right here. So, okay, I followed this person. I'm just gonna keep unfollowing and following again so you know exactly what it looks like. So I follow this page, and then all these other things come up. And so I'm gonna go back to this person because I can show you the example now that I understand why the suggested thing isn't showing up. So in normal circumstances, I wouldn't be following this person's page. So let's say I unlike it. I come back here, I like it, and then it shows me all these related pages. So again, I would send Gloria here a message, very similar message. Now, I do recommend when you're going in and you're typing that message, you send this message to this person and you say, you know, hey, Gloria, I'm looking to help real estate agents, and so on and so forth, right? As you're doing that, you do want to make these messages personal. You don't want to just copy paste as you go through and advertise to these clients, but you can take the same kind of idea, right? So I recommend going in and typing it and just making it personable, saying like, hey, I'm Cole, you know, I do this is what I do. I'm just kind of getting my start, or I'm looking to, you know, grow with new clients and things like that. And just be personal, be a person, right? You don't have to try to be an ad and be perfectly polished, because at the end of the day, if you send somebody a message like that, they're just gonna think it's spam. They're not gonna think you're a real person. But what you can do is send this message. I'm not gonna send it right now because I've spammed enough real estate people recently. And then as soon as you do that, you move on and you go to the next person that they recommend. Perla, right here, right? So here's her. I'm gonna pretend that I'm, you know, liking it for the first page. All these examples come up, and as time goes on, I'm just going through, I'm finding real estate agents or whatever kind of client you're looking to advertise to, whether it be plumbers or let's even just say people in a certain area, right? If you're advertising and let's say you pick an area, you know, Facebook is going to start suggesting people who are around that area or who are similar to the person you're targeting. So as long as you're making sure that the first person that you type in on the search bar right here, you're looking for somebody who is a perfect example of the audience you're trying to target, then as time goes on, as you send them a message, you can move on to the next people, and they're going to constantly keep giving you more and more related pages that it thinks that you are going to be interested in. So this is a great example of using the Facebook algorithm to your own advantage and using it to grow exponentially, really, on social media, and getting great clients while doing it. So the other thing, and if you're not as familiar with Messenger, the reason why this works so well is because the open rate for Facebook Messenger blows everything else out of the water, right? So you may be thinking, okay, like how is this different from sending somebody an email, right? Well, how many spam emails do you get every day? Tons, right? Maybe even hundreds for some people. And it gets sorted and it gets put into your spam folder. And even if it doesn't get to your spam folder and it's in your primary folder, you're not opening it, right? So that's a waste of time for small businesses unless you have really dedicated email subscribers, which if you're gonna build email subscribers, I recommend that you don't just purchase email subscriber lists from some random source. Instead, you're going in time and effort and getting real dedicated subscribers to your email list, because that guarantees that your efforts are going to be rewarded as people open up your emails and consume your content and all that kind of stuff. But that whole tangent aside, the reason why Messenger is what I'm recommending here is because when you get a notification on Messenger, as you know, a while ago, Messenger became a separate app from just the Facebook app. So you don't have to go into the Facebook app on your phone to see Messenger. You have a separate app for that called Facebook Messenger. And as you get a notification, it is the same effect as getting a text message for most people, right? So if you get a notification, you know, a little ding on your phone, and you have a new message from Messenger, it will automatically give you a push notification. So what that means, if you're not familiar, is that just when you looking at your smartphone and suddenly get a notification from an app, right? That's a push notification. And when you get a message on Messenger, you default will always get that notification pushed to you. So that's one of the reasons why the open rate is just so much better than emails, where you're already getting hundreds a day. And then on top of that, not only that, but it also has the same, it has low volume, because for one, it looks like a text messages for the most part, right? You don't just leave those sitting in your inbox forever like you do with emails. So it feels like a text message when you get a message through Messenger. And then on top of that, you have so few messages that you get through Messenger on a daily basis that it is going to be way more appealing for somebody to open up that messenger. Even if they don't know the person, even if it looks like it's something that they're not interested in, they're way more likely to open that than they are likely to open an email of the same kind of content. So what this allows you to do, this strategy, allows you to go into Facebook Messenger. It lets you pull up all of these different people who are prime targets, for your business, and you can target people based off of their similarity to other people who you know are your clients. A good example, what you could do, let's say actually that you have a person who is your client, right? So let's say I have a real estate agent who is my client. Let's just use this example because she's already pulled up, but Perla Rodriguez, let's say that she is already a client of mine, right? And I'm trying to target more real estate agents like Perla. Well, I can just unlike her page and like it again, and then this related pages will show up. And then I can start using that as an example of somebody who I've already seen success with, and now they're gonna recommend other people who are similar to the person I've had success with, and I can target and send a message to those people now. And as long as I'm creating good quality messages that don't just seem like spam, people will actually have a conversation with you. And then you're having way more successes for the amount of cold calling that you're doing. So instead of just sitting down with a yellow pages or a directory in front of you and just calling a bunch of random people, seeing if they want your services, you can use Facebook's algorithm to your advantage and only send your message to people who are likely to be interested in your service and who are connected to people who you've already had success with, or connected to people who you know are your core demographic for potential clients. So, wrapping everything up, Facebook Messenger is an amazing tool that is heavily underutilized by businesses. So instead of going in and thinking you need to buy a bunch of TV commercials, you need to buy a bunch of radio commercials and things like that, use the things that are already free to you. Facebook is free to use. You can jump on it, start sending these messages to potential clients 100% for free. And honestly, if you wanted to send 25 messages, it would take like 5 minutes, right? Now you do want to customize those messages. You don't want to just copy paste. I don't recommend doing that. But even if you're just typing in a message and you're just, it's very similar to the same one that you've been sending, it's not going to take a long time. So you can spend 5 minutes and send a message to 25 potential clients with a high likelihood of open rate and therefore a high likelihood of success, which is way better than any cold calling. And I know a lot of businesses still do cold calling out there because I've worked for those businesses. And I can just tell you this is a way better use of your time, and you're gonna be able to track when they've seen your messages. You're gonna be able to track exactly when they comment. You can comment back immediately. It's just way superior to ever picking up a phone and calling a stranger. So I hope this was very informative. If you have any questions at all, let me know. Comment on this Facebook video or on YouTube if you're watching it there. And let me know if you want me to dive further into this, if there's anything that I kind of jumped over that you'd like me to elaborate on. And of course, if you're new to the channel or new to the page, like the page, follow the page, subscribe to the channel. If you want to see more content about digital marketing and social media management and how you can use that to grow your business for free, and even if you use digital ads for very cheap compared to traditional marketing. So thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.